Okay, so today we want to talk about what is it that you do when your customer says the price is too high, the products are expensive. So I just have a few tips. It's not gonna be a long session, just a few tips of some of the things that you can do to either make them understand the price and the value of the product, or um, to maybe change their decision. So the first one is listen and acknowledge. The temptation normally, when you are selling something and someone is like, how much is it? And you say it's 2,400. And then they're like, the price is high. The temptation is you want to cut off the person and already start telling them why the price is high. You already want to tell them about the quality of your product and everything. But one thing that I've learned that works is listen to the concerns that the customer has without interrupting them. Allow them to voice what they need to say. Then acknowledge their perspective and show that you understand their viewpoint. So in your response, it's not, hi, you are wrong, you don't understand, one, two, three, then you start explaining. No, you listen, allow them to say what they need to say, don't interrupt them. And when they are done and you are now responding, you are acknowledging their perspective. I think we had a session where we learned from Eric War, where it was, I understand. Why do you think so? So it's more of, I understand your perspective. I understand that you feel the products are expensive, and I sympathize with you because you really need the product. But why is it that you feel that the products are expensive? Okay, so one thing I've learned, even if you are in an argument with someone and they say something that you do not agree with, the moment you say, I understand, you disarm the other person, because now they are not in defensive mode, because we are not, we are not in contention. You understand what I've said. So I understand how you feel. Okay. And now you also want to understand why they say the price is expensive. So that should always be your first statement before you start to explain to them, no, you are wrong. You don't understand. Our aloe is like this, and it's like this, and it's like this. First, start by acknowledging what they have said and find out why they feel that, the product price is expensive. And then once you've done that, you explore why they think the product is expensive. Ask them questions to understand what is it that they need, what are their expectations, and what do they consider a reasonable price. So someone has said you are trying to sell clean nine, and someone says this product is expensive. So I understand that you feel that the product is expensive. For me to understand your needs and expectations, what is it that you are looking for the product to do for you? Then this person is going to start talking about what they expect. I want to be healthier. I've been eating a lot. My system feels clogged up. I feel so tired. I want to lose maybe 5 kilos, and, allow them to explain what is it that they are expecting of the product that they are asking. And then you ask them, what would be a reasonable price for you to gain your health back? The moment you say something like that, it triggers something in the person's mind. If I am saying 540 is too expensive, but I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling exhausted, I'm sick, I'm not getting better. What would I think is a reasonable price for me to get my health back? They might not answer you with a rand value or an amount. Some might to say, I was expecting that, maybe it's gonna be 1.8. And asking this question doesn't mean that you want to discount your product. You are just trying to make them understand to say for all these things that you are expecting, how much do you think you can pay to get all of that? If you are looking to lose weight, feel good, feel lighter, you want to cleanse your system, how much do you think that should cost for you? And when you've done that, you get them thinking. And then you now highlight what your product does. So you don't just start by, no, but our product does this, does that, does that. Start by asking them questions. Why do you feel it's expensive? Okay, what do you expect from the product? Okay, when you're looking at all these expectations, what do you think would be a reasonable price for that? After that, that's when you now start to explain the benefits of your product. You are highlighting the value that you're offering to them. And now, because you know exactly what they expect, when you are explaining your product, you are touching on things that are going to solve the problems that they have mentioned. Okay, so now I'm explaining to say, you know what, our Clean 9, we have aloe vera gel in it. It's gonna help with cleansing your system, removing all the toxins. It will make you feel lighter, more energized. It's also good for your skin. And as you are explaining, they are starting to see that, oh, I want a product that is going to help me feel lighter. It's going to give me energy because I need to go back to work. And now what you are explaining is covering exactly what they are looking for. That is the first thing. So you are highlighting why is your product unique. You are mentioning the quality, of the product. You are also mentioning, sometimes with supplements, I also mention to say, because people will tell you, I'm expecting this to be 300 because I buy it for 300 and clicks. And then you can highlight, you see the supplements that you're buying in clicks, most of them, it's 30 tablets or sometimes even less. You drink it for a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's finished. Look at this quality product, but you see this one has 120 tablets, so it's not just gonna be a month's supply. This can be 2 months supply. You start to show them all of that and all the additional things that your product offers. So you are looking for omega-3. Yes, our Arctic Sea is very high in omega-3. It's the best product. It's fish oils and what you are explaining all of that, then they get to start to understand. I was expecting 300 because this is how I buy it at clicks, but look, now I'm seeing, oh, okay, but this product, it's 613, but it also has 120, which means, oh, okay, it's not just 1 month supply, so I can spend longer with their mind is starting to run. They are starting to understand why is it that your product is priced at the value that it is priced at. You could also, provide options for them if there are different options for products or packages that may better fit their budget and their needs. Because remember, when you've asked them the question of what is it that you are expecting and how much do you think all of this should cost for you, you've already had an idea of the budget or the amount that they are willing to spend. So maybe they cannot afford Clean 9, but what they are looking for is just to cleanse their system and feel energized. Maybe they are not really looking for the whole shebang, weight loss, and all of that. Now you can start to think about alternative products that are going to be cheaper and within their price range. Okay, so maybe you can't afford clean, and let's start with the tri-pack of aloe vera gel. You do your cleansing. If ever you feel like, you know what, maybe I want to continue and do the full 9-day program, then you can then get the box. But these are the other options that we have. You know, if it's weight loss, we have Garcinia, we have them, and they can take with the aloe vera gel, or they can take the aloe herbal tea as well. There's also Forever Lean. So there are different options for whatever your client needs. Don't just say the client said the products are expensive and then you just walk away. Offer them alternatives. Find out what is their budget. And if you can create a smaller combo for them, then you can do that. Or you can say, you know what? This combo has aloe vera gel, it has this, it has that. Why don't you start, this week? Maybe start with the aloe vera gel. Cleanse your system for the next 6 to 8 days. And then when you are done, you can come get this Garcinia and you can then take this. You are breaking down the combo in a way that your customer can afford. So provide options for them. Show them that you have flexible options and you are willing to work with them to find a solution. I've done that with some customers, and you find out eventually they are like, you know what? Thank you so much for trying to break this down for me. But I feel like the way you explained it at the start, to say, if I take these products in combination, I'm going to get better results. So let me just sacrifice and take the combo. But if they can't, then try and break it down, try and offer other solutions that will still give them the results that they need and be affordable and within their price range. Then help the customer to see the long-term benefits or the saving they will gain from investing in your product. So some people feel like, no, I don't need aloe vera gel. It's expensive. It's not necessary. I'm not sick. But imagine how much it would cost you when you do get sick. And now you have to pay medical bills, you have to pay doctors. So sometimes it also helps to help your customer understand that while you might think supplementing now and drinking your aloe vera gels is expensive, you are actually saving in the long run because you are preventing yourself from getting sick and having to spend a lot of money in medical bills. So help them to see that. And you can also help them to see how much time they can save, how they reduce medical bills. You can also just help them see the overall benefit. No, the way the dog is barking. I hope there is no one outside. Apologies for that. Okay, so help your customers see the proposed value from them see using the products. I see I have a message in the chat. Very true. Breaking down the price, it will help them understand. Thank you so much, Rumi. I have one person in the meeting. If anyone else is following, just share some of the tips as well that you like or that you use and that are working for you. Then the second part is offer discounts or promotions. And when I'm saying this, I'm not saying that you must go and say, no, I'm gonna give you the aloe vera gel for 400 rand. No, that's not what I mean. Especially for people that are buying the combos, offer them the 5% discount. Tell them you can sign up as a preferred customer and get 5%. 5% might not be a lot in terms of rent value or in terms of whatever currency that you are using. But some people just get excited by the fact that there is going to be a discount. So offer them that option to say, hey, if you sign up as a preferred customer, you can get a 5% discount on this purchase and all your future purchases. And depending on how many products you use in a month, you could also maybe in 2 months' time qualify for a 30% discount. That's what I always tell my customers, especially those that are, buying a lot of products. I tell them that, sign up as a preferred customer. Here is a link. You can order straight from my online store. The products will get delivered, and you are guaranteed a 5% discount on everything for life. And you might even find yourself in a situation where you can qualify for a 30%. So that's a way of offering a discount or a promotion without, without giving away your profits. Because some people will end up, no, you know what, I can give you at 400 and then you can take it. Now you sound so desperate to make the sale. And one thing that we don't know as FBOs is when we do that, we actually reduce the value of our product. People don't take it serious. And people can even feel like you are trying to rip them off. Because if you could sell it for 380, why is it that you are selling it to me for 540? So instead of offering such type of discounts, offer the one that is, the legit, the 5%, and you will see that it makes a difference. Then another thing that I've seen that also works when a customer is complaining about price is sharing testimonies of other customers that have used your product and benefited from them, because this builds credibility. Sometimes it's not that the customer doesn't have money, but it's their first purchase. Probably it's their first time hearing of Forever Living products, and they are thinking, I'm going to spend 2,400 on a clean 9 box. What if it doesn't work? So now, when you start to show or to share testimonies of other customers that have used the Clean 9 program and benefited from it, they start to see that the product actually works, and it builds trust. It reassures the customer of the product's value, and then they are willing to spend the money to get the product. So if you are selling, retailing, always make sure that whatever products you are retailing, when they share testimonies in the group, save them so that you can use them in future for your customers as well, because testimonies really sell. Even your story can also help you with selling products. I see I have a message in the chat. Leader Frida says, I remember Leader Gwen saying, if they will complain about 539, just break it or divide it by 30 days. This will make them understand it's like they are spending 20 Rand a day on their health. Thank you so much for that tip. I'm going to start using it as well. And 20 Rand a day on your health, is it really expensive? We spend more than that a day on airtime, on fast food, and a whole lot of other useless things. So that is a very powerful tip. Thank you so much, Rumi. Offer flexible payment options. This one, I don't recommend it. It is an option maybe for traditional businesses, but this I do not recommend. This is where you allow them to deposit maybe 50%, pay 50% upfront and then pay the balance. I wouldn't recommend it, but there are some FBOs that use it and they say it works for them. But for me, I don't recommend this. unless maybe if it's someone that you know and then you are able to follow up. Because, our products are consumables. Once someone has done their Clean 9 program and they are done, it's very difficult to then go and say, hey, you still owe me 1,200 and get them to pay the 1,200. So I don't recommend people who take and then they pay half half. It's so stressful to follow up on payments actually. So try and avoid that. I see the leader Haingura says, what if you give a discount to pay more and finish less when he or she will get money in the same month? If it works for you, then you can try it and let us know how it goes. For me, I haven't had such a good experience with doing that because then it always becomes stressful when I have to be following people up for the payments, and now it's like I'm trying to rob them or what, because now they are ignoring your calls, now they are not answering, they blue tick your messages, and the money that you might spend actually trying to follow up for this balance might be more than the profit that you will make from the product. And then it becomes not worth your while. But there are people that do it that way and they say it works for them. So you can try it. In business, there is no one solution that is guaranteed. We try and we figure out what works for us and then we implement. Okay. Another thing, second last thing is follow up. If the customer is not ready to purchase, thank them for their feedback. Thank you. And if you can ask them if you can follow up on them on a later date. Maybe they said, you know what, I can't do this. You can think, okay, thank you for taking the time to listen to us and go through our products with us. Is it fine if I follow up with you at a later date, maybe a month end, once people have been paid, and share any updates? Sometimes it's just a matter of timing. Maybe it's the 10th of the month. The salary is already gone. He or she doesn't have the money anymore. And you can follow up month end when they have money, when they've just been paid and they can actually get the product. So, one thing that I always say, maintain professionalism regardless of whether the customer buys or not. Maintain a positive and professional demeanor throughout the conversation. Don't argue with your customer. Don't be rude to the customer. And whether they buy or not, respect their decision and leave the door open for future opportunities. Because if you decide to be unprofessional, if you decide to be rude, you close the door forever. That person might go home and think, but you know what that lady was saying makes sense. But because you were so rude to them, when they now want to buy the Clean 9, they are not going to buy it from you. They will go buy it from someone else who is also a distributor. And then you'll feel like, they are stealing my customers. But sometimes it's very good to self-introspect. How do I treat my customers? Do I speak to them as a professional? Or do I just say whatever I feel and use my emotions, end up chasing people away? And even if they do buy, remain professional, follow up with them, check up on them. How is the product treating you? Are you liking the results? All of that. Get your customers' feedback, because they can then be a repeat customer and they can even refer other people to come and get products from you. Even the ones that have said no can actually give you referrals for other people that can buy the product or that can even come to the business. But it all depends on how you have treated that person. So as a business owner, always maintain professionalism regardless of the outcome, regardless that the customer is rude. Be professional at every time. Okay, I think that is the last tip that I had. I'm going to allow people to unmute if you would like to speak, make a contribution, deduction, ask a question. You are welcome to do so. If you would do not like or do not prefer to speak, you are welcome to also type a message in the chat. I've allowed participants to unmute if you would like to share something.